I'm just curious. That's a really interesting point from a political marketing standpoint. And I'm wondering if it translates at all to corporate marketing, right? Like, are there certain moments internally that a brand is like, we need to keep things going the way they are, or that we need to flip the script completely, entirely? And what are the signs to know if you keep things going or if you need to make a change?
Yeah, now that's a good question. I think that in the sense of continuity versus change, it has application for brands, but I think it's less so. Like, this is more on, like, for example, if you have a brand that the perception is that it got stale, right? It's not connecting with consumers anymore because it disconnected, it didn't evolve, but those are more rare situations. When I think the same sentiment applies, is kind of one step back in terms of, we are motivated by hopes and fears, right? Like in the beginning, there's those two drivers, right? And that, I think, translates really directly to every product, even if you don't think about it. Like, let's say we're talking about growing trimmers, right? Yes, you have the whole component would be, hey, I'm going to look nice. I'm going to do good. I'm going to, potentially find someone who will appreciate my taking care of myself down there. And this is kind of the whole component of it. But at the same time, you are putting a 7,000 RPM blade close to a place where men are very particular about. So there's like the fear of nicking, the fear of hurting yourself. And that's where, when we developed the skin safe technology, it was to break that barrier and address that fear. So in the corporate world, it's harder to use fear as a driver, but to alleviate fear is something that you do work on. And that's kind of it. But even fear as a driver sometimes appears.
It's amazing that the art of marketing can transcend political campaigns to shaving down under with the same principles. So I appreciate you putting them hand in hand.
I think, well, then, I think, I was going to make a bad joke comparing the two, but I think you guys can use your creativity to
we can make that up.
The merge things. But the truth is, I think, there's a lot of learnings that apply. That applies to both ball sacks and presidential candidates.
Yeah,
Bring those respect to both.
absolutely.